It's not really, we're all over today, right? Okay, this is my my husband's grandmother made this ornament and passed it down to her daughter, which is Deanna, who got it and then said, oh, there's only one person who's going to really appreciate that, and she mailed it up to me. I'm going to show you, when they did hers, this is me poking it apart, I could find the ball. I could find the styrofoam. So Becky always has to say, I don't want to see the styrofoam. Sorry, Graham. So all you need is 2-inch squares of fabric.
Dos pulgadas.
You just chop them up. What I would do is I would cover, there's goodies on my egg. I would cover the bottom with something so when someone peeks like me. Anyway, I'm not doing the whole egg. And I picked out all sorts of, here's, just so you know, I went through my stash and I got some sparkly stuff. Just cover that up. And then all you do, and I'm not going to do the whole thing because it's all over the internet, but you just take your 2-inch square, for the pine cone, I like to do it in triangles. You just take your did I do that too fast?
No, you just folded it twice.
They
right?
folded it twice, yeah.
And then
To fold it into a triangle.
and then you just keep going around and sticking it on here and using your pins and sticking the next one.
How many pins do you put in each one?
Two. Just two.
One on each side of the triangle?
Yep, one on each side of the triangle. And if you want it to last a long time, you take some glue like this. So you take this, you just put it on a piece of cardboard, so you can take your pin and actually do a little dip in your glue first. Then when you stick it in, that thing's not coming out.
So you're going to put the glue on your pin?
On the tip of my pin.
Okay.
See? So I'm going to do 4 for the first layer, because it's the tiny one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Cover up my little thing. Then I'm going to do 8.
So you're always
And I'm
going
going
to
to do 8, I'm going to do 8, I'm going to do 8, I'm going to do 8, and I'm going to do 8 till I get to the top. And guess what I'm going to do at the top?
You're going to put a thing
Before I
on
get all the way to the top, I'm going to seal it off with another square.
Because you don't want to see that.
Because I don't want to see it. And then put whatever ribbon or bobble or what you want on it. And again, this is just all pins. It's just pins. I like to use fancier pins on the top. So I'll throw in either the pearl ones we have for, you know what I mean, the glass head ones
glass heads
work good, or I'll throw a corsage pin
they've got some
in
like
the top.
interesting like
And these are
Christmassy
just,
colored ones too.
make sure you get short pins. These are called, I think, satin dressmaker pins or sequin pins. They can also be called sequin pins. And that's the other thing. You can always take little beads and stick them all over too. Make it pretty.
Oh, just go all out and have it all glittered up.
I think, well, let's show this
Let's show this real quick.
This is just something, people have asked me how we go about tracing, because last year we did a bunch of snowmen and whatnot. So Brent just said, hey, how about you show them how to do this fabric? So this is using Design Center again, because people like to see how to use Design Center. We're going to demonstrate real quickly how you could, quote, custom quilt.
So this is the Design Center.
Yeah, I don't know what I did wrong.
And this is the stylus that we're talking about. Look at the tip on that bad boy.
Yeah, but I can't figure out.
That's like trying to color with the wrong end of the
example.
crayon.
So they sell. It has to be. Help me with this word.
Capacitant, or
capacitor. It has to be a capacitor stylus. This one I have here has several different tips. Several different tips that come with it, and my favorite I can't seem to get installed today. So but they're much tinier. They're much tinier, so you can get better, more accurate results.
Yes.
But we'll show you with that today. This one is by
Mecco,
and it comes with 2 in a case. And I apparently shared, which was nice. But now I can't figure out how to get my smaller tip in. But I like using these much better for doing this kind of work. It's more accurate.
And if you're on a Dream Machine, the technology is a little bit different, so the stylus on the Dream Machine works actually better for this type of work out of the box.
Yeah.
The one that comes with the machine works fine. On the Luminaire, you are going to want to probably, if you're going to do a lot of this, invest in the stylus that's a little bit more precise than.
Yeah, or you can use your finger too, but I never have luck with my finger.
Yeah.
The other thing is, if a lot of times I'll be like, oh, why isn't this picking up? Why isn't this picking up? And it's because your screen is dirty. because you have been using your finger and you're leaving residue on that screen. And then when you go to do some fine work with a fancy stylus, it can't get through the finger grease that's on your screen. So
first we want to do
that
what,
way.
scan it in, right?
We do.
All right.
He's in Design Center.
I'm in Design Center, and I'm gonna, yeah, that's good enough. And then I'm just gonna scan in my picture. I want to do an image scan,
And this would,
and I'm just gonna do scan.
and I have to tell you, I think I owned my Dream Machine for maybe 2 years before I realized you could scan in a hoop.
So then,
All right, so we scanned.
so we've scanned it in. Want to come back to this one, Eddie? So you can kind of see it's
See
now.
it on the screen?
No, what's important is you see up here, as I can fade that in and out so I can see what I'm working on. Because we're going to be doing some line work, I'm going to probably leave it about halfway so we can see what we're doing with the
Right.
lines.
That's how transparent your background is. This
Yeah.
is just a background at this stage.
Yeah.
And notice you can blow it up too, or zoom in on with the magnifying glass, which with the Lumiere, I think you can go all the way up to 1400.
Yeah, you can go
which is
quite a bit.
crazy.
And I think the Dream Machine maxed out at like 8.
Yep. And also, see that little hand up there? That allows you to pan your image. So after you've enlarged it, because I probably go at least 400 when I'm doing this kind of thing.
All right, we'll go to 400.
And then I use my little pan tool to pan around. So
Are we going to trace the fox? Or
Yeah,
that little
let's
line,
just-
or that little gold line around it.
I was going to do his fox.
Okay.
Basically, what he's doing is creating a line.
Yeah, and I'm just going to start.
Did you select line
Oh, I
first?
did. Good point.
You pick select. You're doing a line.
And we're doing a line now. This is going to be a satin stitch. We just want to do like a running stitch or
Running
a
stitch.
Running stitch. We'll do a
And
running
pick
stitch.
a color we can see.
Um,
But see how you can get fancy. You can
do some, yeah.
do some of your decorative stitches too.
And I don't.
And he's just tracing around.
Yeah, and it's not very good, but for
But that's all right. This is
for the purposes of our show, it'll be fine. Yeah. That's
no,
gonna
it
be
is.
awful.
It is. It's okay. With a finer.
Yeah.
Now you can use your pan and move. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
so you do- so you
you're,
do
yeah,
the
you
pan-
kind of
pan.
stink at that. I get very accurate with mine.
Well, for the.
But that's
you know,
okay.
I'm working
That's all
around-
right. But that's
I'm
why
working around a camera, and you forget who you're working with here.
you are working around a camera. But the cool thing is, this is how easy it is to add any sort of stitching. And if you make a mistake, you need to go back. You've got an eraser
There's an
there.
eraser right here.
And there's an undo command, which is why I stop often. Like, I'll do just the ear and stop. I won't try to make the whole face in one thing because I can always do an undo, and I don't want to do a lot of work. And he's left a good offset around his fox.
Except for over here, so I gotta go
You
up a
can
little
get
bit more.
you can get really, really close, like really close.
Yeah.
Um,
Especially if you zoom in, you can get right on top of it if you
yeah.
want.
Now do his eyes for the heck. Just put some because I just want to.
And we're gonna give him some yellow.
Now he's still using his line tool. So basically, you're just freehanding.
You really can't see that yellow. I should do a different color. Let's make his eyes blue. And you know what else I'm gonna do because I'm off with this? We're gonna give him some eyebrows. There.
All right, that works.
And
Okay.
it'll give him some sharp teeth too.
Okay. Nice. All right. Well, let's hit next and see what we get.
So now,
So obviously, you can anything you can scan in, you can change out.
yeah, so you can see the but now if I want to, I could change that to a satin stitch just so it really shows up. And
Dun, dun, dun,
that takes a
dun.
minute. And if you can't do that, you can't make the changes. Now you notice.
Oh,
when
you only got the
Yeah.
one that was selected.
Yeah, because you notice because I had a break in it. But you can change it up. But oh wait, you know what? We're gonna put that back to a line because that needs to be a line. But you know where we need satin stitches?
His eyebrows.
His eyebrows definitely need to be satin stitches.
I just yawned. It's at these morning shows. I didn't get enough caffeine.
There we go. So anyway, you can see how fun this is. You could have all sorts of fun with this. Like we could totally make that. We could draw glasses on the fox and stitch that on too.
Yes, you could do whatever you wanted.
But
That's
if
the
you-
cool
if-
thing. Go to. I want to bring it up on the embroidery screen. So
Okay.
set it in. But if you start stitching that,
Yeah, it's gonna be.
it's going to stitch on there.
It's gonna stitch right
Go
on the
ahead,
box.
embroider it.
Are we really?
Do we have fabric?
You only have like one eyebrow.
I have thread.
Yeah.
No, we have two. It's just one is satin and one isn't.
I mean, it's only gonna take 2 minutes, so why not,
But
right?
yeah, I want him. I just want him to prove that it really what you see is what you get. That's how easy it is.
Well, it's gonna be a mess though
You
because
just
of the way I traced
custom.
that.
You just custom design something.
So there's your.
There it
there's your
is.
box.
Look.